it's an embarrassment, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to check in to that time-honored segment here on the Epic Film Guys podcast without a single drop of Narragansett Ale between us. I, of course, am talking about...
Dun, 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 dun.
That is not the name of the segment.
What are you drinking?
I'm back! Puke and rally! Give me a beer!
And I just got to be honest right now. I'm sitting here on a pier wearing a Narragansett Lager hat, Nick. As you can see here, I bought a whole case of Narragansett retro 1975 cans when I was in Long Beach Island in June, and I saved most of them for my trip to Martha's Vineyard for this upcoming Jaws filming locations video you guys are going to see very soon hitting the Epic Film Guys YouTube channel. But I actually took my last 2 cans of retro Narragansett with me so that I could chug them. One of those videos, if you haven't seen it yet, is on the Facebook page where I did a special tribute to Robert Shaw, who played Quint in the film. Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies, farewell and adieu to you ladies of Spain. And then I chug, very slowly, mind you, my last can of Narragansett, which was warm from sitting in my backpack all day long as we trekked around Martha's Vineyard, a.k.a. Amity Island. But that was the last can. So we're sitting here, we're going to do Jaws, and I didn't even think of it to save a can.
Yeah,
so.
I thought about it when I sat down to watch Jaws earlier today. Like, right before the show recorded, I sat down and watched Jaws. And as it starts, I'm like, man, I really should have grabbed some Narragansett for this. So I know we don't have any Narragansett, but we do have other beer. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kick. Oh my God. I think he's going to drink one of the homebrews, folks. I'm going to kick it over to you first, Justin. Let me know what you've got cascading into your cum sucker.
What's jumping into my jaws right now?
But don't tiss.
This is dumpster juice.
Ooh.
Came from you.
It did.
Yeah, and I love the smell of this. I got to be honest with you.
I think the smell of it is the best part of it. Like, that's what came out the best. Yeah,
probably. The aroma on this thing is extremely well put together. It smells like a New England to me. It smells more like, and I know you were talking about doing like a heady topper clone, and this reminds me more of like a heady topper than, of course, like the other half, the Trillium, the Tree House, all those fucking places that I've been to in the last few weeks. But I'm going to sip it right now on the air here.
Even though he's already had it before. Dumpster juice actually is a New England, or it was brewed with a New England style. And basically New Englands are kind of session IPAs. You basically do very little hopping up front at the beginning for bittering. All of your hops are done at the back end of the brew for aromatics and, just for that kind of nice, just for the aromatic head, really. Aromatics is what it's all about when it comes to
really
sessions in New England.
Most of that style, yeah, definitely. But see, here's the thing. This is less bitter than I remember drinking it yesterday, but I was drinking them out of the bottle. So I am drinking it out of my tasty...
Your nice goblet there, yeah.
My Aslan tasty. I'm drinking out of my trusty... I'm not fucking eating the thing yet. I'm not Jaws over here. I'm not Bruce. I'm not chomping into everything. But it is very good. I actually really like this. This is probably, I've only had a handful of your home brews, but this is one I was telling you earlier is a pounder. I could drink these all day long on a hot summer day.
They're nice. They're light.
Enjoy it.
I miss Dumpster Juice. Dumpster Juice is one of the favorite brews that I've ever done. And it doesn't have that cloudiness because I've actually learned that New Englanders, like, not New Englanders, but New Englands, they get that cloudiness, that haze by using oats in the brew. So I actually have a beer in the closet right now in primary fermentation that I did some oats in the boil. So
wait, you have more beer in your in a closet there that I didn't get to come home with?
Oh, no,
what the hell,
this
man?
is still fermenting. This isn't ready yet. Last time I sent you home with the beer that wasn't ready, and that was even bottled, but last time I sent you home with the beer that wasn't ready, you still stuck it in the fridge and drank it anyway. So those beers, they're all 100% ready. The Epic Film Guys Tropical IPA, I think, is one of them, which is a beer it's okay. But that beer I've had, you were supposed to take that home around Christmas time. That's how long you've had that beer for, sitting here, just kind of bottle aging. So I'm really intrigued to see how that one tastes when you crack that one open. I sent you with the Belgian. You actually had the Hobster's chocolate milk when you were here.
It was really good. I was surprised at how good it was. No offense or anything. I just, I had already had a couple beers up until that point. When I tasted it, it was really good.
The last homebrews of mine you ever had were the toast beer, which I can't remember what, I think that was my summer ale, my lime summer ale, that turned out tasting like toast. That beer was terrible, and I fully admit it. So I'm glad that you're enjoying this batch of homebrew better. I sent him home with a ton, and I mean a ton of beer. So you'll have enough beer for at least.
Yeah, I literally had to find places to put the beer because on my trip to Boston, of course, hanging out with our boy P-Well, I went to Trillium, I went to Tree House, both amazing breweries that I adored. And I came home with those beers and I actually sent some beers of those to you for your birthday gift. And I don't know if you've drank all of them or not yet. Ooh, it looks like he's got one right now. So I got to ask you, dude, what do you got guzzling down your gullet this evening?
Well, it's not bright anymore. I finished the bright off. I have already had the Julius, and I drank that already. I've got one left of the beers that you brought me. Bright, this is a 3.5 for me on Untapped, and the 3.5 for me on Untapped is a solid beer, but not like outstanding. I expect more from Tree House than this, to be quite honest. And both of the other beers I had from Tree House that you brought me, way better. Like Julius, way better than that. Bright, it's drinkable though. It's a really enjoyable beer. It's not a beer that you're going to be like spit out or anything like that.
Yeah, that is
Piney,
one of their versions
earthy,
of it. Yeah,
it's resiny. It's just kind of that. I don't know. Like I don't know what I was really expecting out of it or anything. This, however, Justin, is not a beer that you brought me. This is a beer that I found at the store and I had to try it. You often on the show will harass me about my stouts, like my chocolate stout, which is Miller Lite with cheapest shit Walmart ice cream.
That's right.
So I saw this one and I was like, I wonder what Justin will say about this beer. This is Grimm. This is called Icing on the Cake. It's an Imperial milk stout brewed with cacao and vanilla. I have not tried it yet. So I'm going to try it here live on the show and live for our YouTube audience as well. Of course, all these beer reviews will go up as their own individual episodes. Hi, YouTube. Here we go. Let's try this out. Now, you definitely get a lot of chocolate right on the nose of it. Sweet. Definitely very sweet.
I liked the label. It has a nice label. I give it that much.
I'm interested to see how this drinks as I get all the way down the bomber. It's solid. It's definitely got the sweetness to it. It's definitely got the chocolate to it. I'm not really picking up the vanilla, to be quite honest. I'm not going to lie. I kind of was expecting icing on the cake. I was really expecting maybe something like
one of those birthday cake. I've had one of those beers that was like birthday cake flavor.
That's kind of what I was expecting. Yeah. Like, I mean, I've tasted Southern Tier beers, like that creme brulee that Southern Tier does. Tastes like a creme brulee. This, it tastes like a good sweet chocolate milk stout, but that's about it. Like, it's a good solid beer, but not quite what I was expecting when I sipped it. It'll be interesting to see how it ages as we go through the show. YouTube audience, thank you guys very much for joining us. Hit that little subscribe button down there and hit the bell so you can be notified every single time we post a new video. The beer reviews are going to continue to go live as a video-only segment just for you guys out there who want to hear about what we were drinking. So I think, well, you guys can't have my homebrews that Justin is drinking right now, unfortunately. But definitely, I would recommend the Grimm, and I would definitely recommend the Bright. They're both very solid, very drinkable beers. So thank you guys very, very much for watching.
Thank you.